what can you tell me about the 4 Voodoo? That's right, it's Shenmue, one of the biggest cult classics in the history of gaming. And this is a special 2-part edition of the Retro Corner, as the legacy of Shenmue is so big, we just can't fit it into one episode. Well, we could, but shut up. Let's start off with a few interesting little tidbits. The wonderful world of Shenmue originally started off as a more traditional RPG, based on the Virtua Fighter universe, with Akira Yuki being the main character. But it wasn't long before it developed into something on its own, and left behind its ties with the Virtua Fighter series. Shenmue also began development as a Saturn title. Have a looky here, it looked pretty awesome too. The title was almost complete, but as we all know from history class, the Saturn lasted all of 5 minutes on the market, despite having some great titles, and as a result, Shenmue was unleashed onto the world on the Dreamcast in the year 2000. The game featured a huge emphasis on freedom, with the creator Yu Suzuki claiming the game was a new genre altogether, one he named Free, which stands for Full Reactive Eyes Entertainment. It doesn't seem like it really caught on though. Still, the freedom in the game allowed you to go wherever you want, do what you want, buy yourself drinks, sleep all day, go on a bus, and even get a job. Well, it's about time, young man. As well as plenty of freedom, Shenmue also featured an innovative weather system, which was known as, wait for it, Magical Weather System. Whilst it wasn't exactly magic, it allowed weather conditions to realistically change. Players also got the option of choosing the real weather conditions in the Yokosuka area during the time the game was set. Ultra Realisticism Tastico! The Dreamcast classic follows Ryo Hazuki, who was seeking revenge for the death of his father by the mysterious Lan Di, who also managed to almost kill you in one blow. So good luck with that when you meet him again, Ryo. We'll sure you do much better. In the game, you'll spend plenty of time speaking to lots of people and gathering as much information as you can, trying to find out as much as you can about the incident as possible.
No, I don't remember.
They might have been the ones who murdered my father.
Your father?
Throughout the game, you'll notice Ryo likes nothing more than spending his time looking for sailors and guys in leather. But more about that next episode. We'll see you in part 2 of the Shenmue special next week. Now, how about a game of Lucky Hit? Hello Retro fans and welcome to the Shenmue special part 2. During the last episode we told you all about Shenmue's development, the revenge-ridden plot and Ryo's affinity for men in leather and sailors. Of course, Ryo likes doing nothing more than looking for sailors in the harbour, so you might as well get a job while he's there. Yeah, that's right, you can work as a forklifter, and it's absolutely awesome. You get to go around picking up stuff, driving it somewhere else, and then dropping it back down. Sounds boring, eh? But it's great! Not only that, but at the start of work every morning, you also get to have a race with the other forklifters. Ruffle-mow! Still, you can always skip work if you can't be bothered to go and bunk off in the arcade, where you can play some old Sega classics like Space Harrier and Hang On. Keep an eye out for those in the future Retro Corner. In between bouts of drinking, sleeping, playing games at the arcade and working, you can begin to uncover the reasons behind your father's death. As a result, you'll often partake in QTEs, otherwise known as QuickTime events. These are all too common in games nowadays, but they were a big thing in Shenmue at the time. Of course, if you mess up, you get to press the same buttons in the same sequence all over again until you get it right.
Sorry, are you okay?
Yay! There's not just the QuickTime events though, there's also a free battle system, which is more akin to scrolling beat-em-ups, but in 3D and a little bit of Virtua Fighter mixed in. There's plenty of people who don't like your inquisitive attitude, and later in the game, you'll even find yourself in a massive 70-man battle. When you're out searching for clues or roughing men up, you'll need to make sure you don't stay out too late, otherwise you'll find yourself in trouble, and you'll get an earful from your housekeeper.
I would appreciate it if you could come home by 11.
Okay.
She doesn't like your rapscallion ways. Never mind, you can always cheer yourself up by making a few prank calls. That'll teach them.
Hello, residents.
You're lucky.
Oh, hello, Rio.
The sequel, Shenmue 2, was released on the Dreamcast in 2001 with only subtitles and no dub, and was later re-released on the Xbox in 2003 with a dub. But Shenmue is one of those games hated by some and adored by others. There's been plenty of fans of the series, just like Mega 64's hilarious Shenmue homage.
Do you know anyone who might be able to read the Chinese language?
Someone down the street probably knows.
Do you know who might be able to read the Chinese language?
Yeah, over there somewhere.
I'm looking for the man who killed my father.
Wow, that's pretty deep.
I'm
Okay.
looking for a man named Lon D.
Okay, one's that.
There was even a campaign in Video Gaiden for a return of the Shenmue series, although it seems it would take a miracle for Sega to return and finish the franchise. Alas, it seems the closest you can get to Shenmue today is if you check out Yakuza, which features similar elements to the cult classic. But if you're listening, Sega, there are so many gamers out there who just want to reach conclusion of Shenmue's epic tale. So please finish off the Shenmue story for us, as we've got a fever, and the only prescription is more Shenmue. And some sailors.
Remember this.
Thank you, Dio. This has been a Portland Interactive production for XLeague.tv.